All right, I think we are live. I'm just roll so I see the comments and the viewers. I hope I am able to see the comments this time. All right. Can you guys see me, hear me? Just comment one small thing. Um, Still no comments. Nope. I'll have to edit this part out. Okay. I see there are 2 comments, but I still can't see what those comments are. This is so annoying. Oh. That's not it. Okay. Thank you guys sticking around with me. I see comments and viewers, but I cannot go and see the comments still. And I see that other people are having similar issues as well, sometimes with the streaming. Okay. Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Gurpreet Kaur with Living Excellence today, and today we will be talking about attitude of gratitude. So I am going to do something different. I will be presenting my screen. If I could set that up now. I guess I cannot. What a bummer. I don't know what this is gonna do if I end the live and come back. Such a different experience. Anyways, so I'm gonna start all over again. Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Gurpreet Kaur, and today we will be talking about attitude of gratitude. So what I have for you guys today, I wish I could present my screen. I prepared this whole presentation so you could have you could view my screen so that I have some gestalt thinking exercise, so we'll just have to get around it because I cannot get to it right now. Um, all right. So, attitude of gratitude. Before we go any further, I would like to at least first go over why even bother with attitude. I mean, sorry, with the grateful, being grateful, or kind of having gratitude as your daily practice for your self care and positive mindset. So the research shows that there is big return on investment if you keep kind of gratitude, attitude of gratitude. So gratitude keeps you happy, and gratitude facilitates contentment. Gratitude promotes physical health. Gratitude, if you do it um, right before sleep, in your bed, or kind of writing down three things. I usually ask that to my clients. Gratitude strengthens relationships, and gratitude encourages paying it forward. So there is a little. I wish I could present my screen. There is this little formula of return on investment with gain from investment, which is if we invest 28,800 minutes, and 60 minutes out of that would be what it costs to invest in it, divided by cost of investment. And the return on that investment is 47,900% of return on investment. If we are talking about, if we just have 60 minutes spent on gratitude, I think in a whole year. Yeah. Okay. So why even bother? One study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people who wrote and delivered a heartfelt thank you letter actually felt happier for a whole month after. Can you imagine just one letter, a heartfelt letter wrote in a month? It kept them happier for a whole month after it. And the same researchers also discovered that writing down 3 positive events each day for a week, only for a week, kept happiness levels high for up to, ready, 6 months. Now, I really want you guys to try these. These are the research studies. These are the facts or the stats that have gained from actual people and with the measurement sticks, right? So if you write one heartfelt thank you letter and deliver it, you will actually feel happier for a whole month. If you don't want to do that, just write down 3 positive things each day for only a week, and you are good to go, my friend, for a whole 6 months. Can you believe? That makes me happy. Talk about self-care if you do not have time, right? So the latest brain research shows that 6 doses of feeling 30 seconds of gratitude daily, a whooping 3 minutes, right, will enable your neurons to fire together and wire together around gratitude within a merely 2 weeks period. Myelin is a living tissue that gets stronger every time the behavior, emotion, thought are repeated. So repetition here, my friend, is the key for positive habits and negative habits, right? Whatever you want to do it. So the deep sense of appreciation can change your brain in just 2 weeks, according to neuroscience. We've got to give this a try, right? So hang in there. I have an exercise for you guys to try at the end of this webinar or this live session. So more studies have looked at other factors that gratitude promotes, but I thought these were just so heartfelt numbers that I had to share. So you guys get a sense what it's like. And gratitude changes perception. So gratitude, when we, as I said, it changes the brain. You develop the muscle to see good and positive things in life than negative things. And so if you have the attitude of like, I can't do this, no matter what I do, nothing gets worked out, we've got to give it a try, that you start to feel that gratitude. And we'll have the exercise, and I've already mentioned too that you can try to be more positive. The key here is repetition, right? So your conscious brain, I've talked about consciousness and subconscious mind before, but your conscious brain can only take in certain amount on stimuli from the environment. If you fill it up with all the positive stuff, then there would be no room for negative stuff. It has a limited storage. Your conscious mind can only have, I believe it's 0.05% of everything that's present right now in this room. So I only can take in 0.05%. And it's my choice that I can put it on a positive things or negative things. And I can be grateful or not, right? So I wish that I could share my screen. I had some Gestalt pictures for you guys to look at how our brain is wired to look in parts. But Gestalt thinking is that you want to train your mind to look at the whole thing. So if you can, just after this session, just go and Google some Gestalt images or Gestalt pictures. And I'm sure you have seen some of these where you will see a big tree from far, but yet if you focus on the empty space of that, you will see faces of two animals. I'm sure you know what I am talking about. So our brain kind of develops to focus on anything what we choose to focus on. So we can choose to focus on the whole thing, or just winna titty spuddy things within the whole. And gratitude works the same way. We are looking at those things that we can pick and choose and say, you know what? That's what I am grateful for. And we'll have daily practice that we could go through. So some tools for your practice. Let's first see what is gratitude, so we know that we are all on the same page. So gratitude is it's a feeling and expression of appreciation for all we've received, all that we have, however little it may be. So you probably asked for a whole sandwich, but either you can choose to focus on the half sandwich that you did not receive, right? The glass is half empty or full. It's on your perception. Or you can just appreciate that you've got that half sandwich and have that feeling. And that feeling is communicated. That's very important, that it's communicated to the universe so you can next time have your full sandwich, right? And it's a whole complex system. Maybe I can talk about like how the emotions and thoughts are the chemicals and universe and attraction, what you attract to your life, and how it all kind of pans out and works out. But today we are only focusing on gratitude. So gratitude is the opposite of being discontented. You are making the choice to focus on what you have, not what you're lacking. It's not about the lack at all. So that's the definition of gratitude that I want you guys to focus on when we will be doing exercise later. So, what can you do in your daily practice? Here are some tools that you can put into your daily practice to enhance that attitude of gratitude. Have a gratitude journal. Write daily, whether you feel like you have something to write about or not. Have it in one place. Usually, people have gratitude kind of mixed up in their pitying journal as well, right? Journaling in a whole, whether you are just writing about gratitude or you are kind of just venting to yourself or reflecting or just using as introspection exercise, is a great technique. But for today, if possible, I would like you to have a separate journal that you can just write about your gratitude. Write daily, write for about 15 minutes, reflect on your day. Again, you are picking up on the moments that you did enjoy, that did work out, that were on your way, right? That's what I want you to focus on. And here is the question for reflection at the end of the day. What can I be grateful for today? So if you answer that with 3 positive things that I've talked about from the research, and have that in your journal on daily basis, do it for a week, do it for a month, and I want you to note your mood and how that works out. Do your own experiment, right? What could be the worst? It may not work out, but I want you to look at the results. That's another thing. If you are expecting for the results, you will see the results. So the rule about 3 things. Before you go to bed, write or thank the universe for 3 things you are grateful for in your life. What's important, here's the key, is to feel the warmth in your heart and body when you think of these things. Now, initially, when you are going to work on this exercise, I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for a roof over my head. I am grateful for this meal. I am grateful for friends, right? It might come out that way. And start there. That's much better than focusing on nobody is showing up in my life. All friends are not checking up on me, right? But write down, start where it is. But if you can move away from just merely like, oh, I am thankful for this, see if you can go a little bit deeper to feel that warmth in your body, in your heart, and really say, you know what? I am grateful for that. Whether that is just a cup of coffee you got to enjoy without your kids running around and having it be cold, right? Or a call from or text from your friend checking up on you. Or it's just massaging your feet at the end of the day in your bed, whether you have air on or it's a cozy bedroom with fireplace on in winter times, just enjoying that moment. And those are the ones that you want to cherish and go for in the moment. to look for that really made you feel and pause like, you know what, that worked out well for me. So that's what I want you to focus on. And last thing about three things rule is this can be immediately, it can change immediately from frequency of negativity to positivity. So if you are experiencing some negative emotions, this is the exercise that you want to come back to change your chemistry. Again, going back to the research, that's why I shared that there is research behind this. It's not just, hey, be grateful and all. That you can literally change the chemicals in your brain and hence your body, so you can feel the shift in energy, right? Okay. Another great technique that you can um, uh, tend to in the moment. Whether you are at the top of the mountain when you hike for hours to get there because your senses are heightened. I've got to experience that with my gals this past weekend, and it was beautiful. And those are the moments because your sight is capturing you and creating you and making you be in that moment. And those moments are great to reflect on what else is going good. What else am I grateful for? And if you can cherish those moments, that would be great. Whenever you're feeling a little bit emotional, and say, oh, this is wonderful. You know, whether you're taking a walk or you're cuddling with your child or you're at the beach, you are looking at some beautiful art that fills your heart, whatever that moment be, cherish that and lock it in. And that would be just your one way of knowing how it feels to feel that gratefulness within your body. Okay, another technique you can practice is writing thank you notes, as we have earlier talked about in the research that why it matters. So here's the exercise. Exercise. Make a habit of writing a really heartfelt thank you note once a month. And one of my sisters have expressed that she does this and it fills her heart with that warmth that she is looking for. um, and I have done that as well, and it just gives you the kick. You know, you just wake up on the right side of the bed, or with, you know, kicking your heels, that, oh, everything is working out. It just feels things are in control. If you practice this just once a month, try it. Really genuinely are feeling good about that this is worked out and it's heartfelt. Provide specific examples of why you are grateful for that person or for that situation, because that's what's really driving the depth. Consider including how this person has served being a teacher to you. And that helps you even give more specific examples and scenarios that the other person is willing to listen to and even do more of the next time. And last thing about the thank you note, if ever possible, see if you can hand deliver it by yourself. And that helps you and the other person to feel that warmth in your heart, that's really neat, that you really meant it. So try that for a whole year, once a month, and see how your pessimistic point of view in life can change into positivity and optimism. So let's practice. Be with me. I want you to have some sort of pen or paper, or kind of pull up a note in your um, in your phone, wherever you are, and or you can just follow along. And it is helpful if you write things down, because then you can see them and have that little bit of distance. Okay, so you can test the effectiveness of these methods by conducting the following exercise. And I'm going to walk you through so you can know what it feels like. Okay, just take a deep breath, sit back, and relax. You're going to go through a couple of those deep breaths. Inhale in and out. So just centering yourself, relax your shoulders. Your energy is everything about this. So take a deep breath in and out. A couple more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, before we begin the exercise, we're going to set the intention. The intention for this note, for this exercise, is for you to feel what it feels to be grateful. Okay? So tune into your current emotions, your mood, attitude. Maybe right now you're listening to me and thinking, oh, only if it was this easy, right? So maybe there's some resistance that's showing up, or an anger or resentment or some other mood. Maybe something happened earlier today that put you in a bad mood. Just relax and sit with it. Just become aware of it. You don't have to do anything else. You're right now just becoming aware. And if it's easier, just note it down, write it down. Anger, resentment, or irritated, or hungry. I am hungry right now. I am going for colonoscopy tomorrow, so I have been on liquid diet all day. But just imagine, just to be aware who and what you are right now, in this moment, your mood. Once you've done that, take a few minutes right now and identify 3 things or people that you are very genuinely grateful for. So you can only focus on today. Maybe something happened today, or this past week, or this month, or this year, that 3 things you're going to identify. Take a moment and see if you can identify. Three things that you are grateful for. And for the sake of this exercise, I am just going to use just this past year, right? I am grateful that I've got to spend time with my family. I know coronavirus has been limiting our lives, but I've always wanted to homeschool my kids. So this year it was kindergarten, but still, for my first daughter, I've got to homeschool her. And I am very grateful for that. Very heartfelt gratefulness that I had the opportunity to teach her. and spend more time with my husband. And we had to work on our relationship, and that is what I am focusing on. So now, briefly, just describe to yourself or in writing the reasons for your gratitude for each thing or person. So, why am I grateful to teach my daughter for homeschool, right? Because I wanted to see her growth. It makes me feel fulfilled and satisfied to see her learn and grow. Because when she was a baby, or they both were, it makes me tearful. Because I have been able to see that she's walking today, or she took a first step. I have a small, one of my nieces now, she just started to crawl, and it's just to kind of see like, oh my God, finally you leaped today. And I thought those moments were going to end once they just grow up and there isn't much to see, like, oh, I see your growth. But teaching is like, oh, now you can add, now you can read, now you can write a story. So that's why, that's my reason why for one of those things. You want to do that for all of those three things. And I want to know how you're feeling, how your chemistry is changing, because I am getting emotional. I don't know if you can tell, but just to talk about it, get in the zone, and that's what you want. Now, notice how the way you feel has shifted after just this little exercise, and we've only paid attention to it for 2 minutes. You may have a smile on your face. Your shoulders might feel relaxed. You might have some teary eyes like me. I can cry on a drop of a hat, but a positive image popped up in your head, like just talking and thinking about my daughter's childhood and her first steps, and just remembering my niece getting her videos, and so it's a big smile on my face, and my attitude changes. You might feel inspired, you might feel connected or empowered, and even feel more deeply grateful. So that's what you are really looking for. It's not just, yeah, I am grateful for that. I hope that this exercise, doing it here with me, has helped you to put it into action, because sometimes we just hear about like, yep, you want to be grateful for it, or this is what you want to practice, but we really don't get to time to practice them live and see how it feels like. And then we just forget about them, right? Oh, that's another tool that's in the toolbox at the bottom of it, right? And we don't get to practice them. But hopefully today, just going through this with me here has helped you to be in that zone and feel what it feels like and the type of feeling you want to evoke within you, so you can change your brain's chemistry. I see there are some comments, and unfortunately I would have to just answer them once I end the video of this, and I will get in the chat and answer those questions or comments. I'm glad. Thank you so much for being here live with me. I really hope this is helpful for you. Please, even if you're watching later on, let me know that this is helpful for you. If you want any more of these techniques and stuff that you can do and practice from the comfort of your own home and without paying anybody, and change that mindset from being pessimistic to being optimistic, or from negative to positive. So I really wish you're able to make that shift, because it is a life-changing. You see rainbows, you see very different things in life once you switch from seeing things negatively to seeing things positively. Again, thank you for being live with me, and I am grateful for this community and just teaching and being able to be of a service. I'll see you guys in the comments. Thank you. Have a great one. And I'll see you next week again with another technique so you can implement and be more positive and take care of yourself. Okay, take care. Bye.